Good morning, everybody. Welcome to another day. Crazy day is gonna be today. A lot of news that's happening. We have Powell that's speaking as well. So, a lot of crazy stuff that's gonna happen today. Expect volatility in the market. But before I go on, I want to give God all the glory and all the praise for waking me up this morning, the opportunity to trade. So with that, to help people make money and help people change their lives. So let's get into it, guys. Um, let's see. Let me take this off. All my alerts are going off right now. I had an alert on Google for Google Longs. Google had pop up, but we just started out on Google, so we're gonna be watching that. Um, where's cost broke to the low? Let me see. Oh shit! It was a $4 drop. Yeah, the spreads on these are crazy. Double the call. Still. Yeah, the spreads on cost is crazy. But hey, it's falling. Thought about it as you have to probably go way out the money on cost for it to make sense. Even if it was going the opposite way. Yeah, the spreads on these are crazy as far as for costs. Unless you try to pick up the bid. Why wouldn't this let me see? I think they can see you. I can't see your screen. You not see my screen? Hmm. Okay, hear you. Let's see. I thought I was sharing my screen. You are. Yeah, I'm sharing my screen right here. But that's but then when I come over here, are you seeing the same thing or no? Could just be my computer. Just go ahead. All right. All right. So right now I'm not in anything, guys. Have to be patient. Adobe. Could you look at our Adobe calls that we have? Adobe popped over 400. So our next level is going to be 405. I'm in Adobe calls already, those swings that I'm in. Okay. The spreads are crazy on everything right now. Let's see right here with Apple. Hmm. Banks are going up to the upside. Let's see some right here. Unemployment flat. These are all decent numbers. Red share. I see Netflix. Netflix broke back to the upside. Being patient, guys. I'm not in anything right now. Make sure I didn't get any text. I'm watching Google for Google to come down, possibly bounce off the 50 and then go back up. But right now, Google is coming down. Um, Good morning, everyone. If I kept Amazon from yesterday, Amazon would have been crazy. Um, Amazon hit target right there. Once it break, target was right there. First target was right. He's talking about yesterday's trade, y'all. Yeah, that's yesterday's trade. To reversal on AMD. Did you put that? Yeah, I like AMD. It's right on VWAP. Look at this. Oh, that 5-minute just thing. We're looking at AMD for a possible short. I'm just waiting with everything that's going on with the news, all that stuff. I'd rather wait for the first 15 minutes. Now AMD already reversed for the day with a 2 to reversal to the downside. What's your thoughts, babe? I put it. What?
Nothing. It's like 20, 30 cents so far.
So I haven't got into no trades yet, guys. I'll do this. I'm being patient today. Yesterday I got into trades before my time. As far as I normally wait for the first 15 minutes before I take my trades. Yesterday I got in because it broke the day. Now, if I had got in when it broke the day right here, we would have been up over 10% on the trade already, with just that drop. It dropped over 20 cents. The contract dropped over 20 cents from the time it broke. But again, I'm just being patient today. Yesterday, I wasn't being patient and I was stuck in a trade for most of the day. I had to wait till later on in the day before I could get out the trade as far as for profit. So today is going to be a little bit different. Um, just being patient. There's no rush to it. So just be patient. What did you have for the target? Let me see right here. What did you say the target was? You had a target for down here,
No, I just had it to right here.
right here,
Yeah, roughly.
113.
And I think I put Bank of America in too, but it didn't go up. So
All right, we got 15 seconds left in this candle, guys. 15 seconds left in this candle right here. So we had AMD broke to the downside, with TP on that one says 1313, 11313. Just waiting. There's couple setups that I see on AVGO. There's also a 3-1 setup on AVGO. So a break of either direction. Um, and AVGO can push, right? So a break of any direction to the downside and AVGO can push. What you probably want to do is you probably want to wait for AVGO to break. If AVGO breaks right here at 228.34, then we could see AVGO drop even more. On Google, also I had a Google long. So right now, I had a Google long that was my alert gave me a Google long. Let me just watch right here. Yeah, my alert gave me a Google long. So with this right here, we're paying attention to that. As far as any reversal to the upside, AMD right now, shit. Google AMD. Is there a top on this? No, there's no top. Fuck. Mm, there's no top on this. Damn, 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 damn. You want to take it?
It moved 50 cents.
Okay.
Up to you. I put the alert in. I would have took it right then and there.
Mm, mm.
For those of you that did take AMD when that alert went off, you should be in some profit.
That can happen when you wait so long to take a trade. That can definitely happen. Mm. Now I didn't take AVGO because not AVGO. I didn't take um the trade because there's no top on that candle. So that's why I didn't jump. I didn't go into it. I didn't see a top on it. So um that's a possibility that it could bounce right back up. So if you're taking that trade, you have to take that trade quick. So that's why I didn't take it. See, it's pulling back right now. So that's why I didn't take it. What's up, guys? As you come in, let me know what y'all looking at as well. Let me know what y'all looking at. If you're trading anything, let me know what y'all looking at. Um, right now, we had an alert that went off at AMD. AMD dropped quite a bit since, but I didn't want to trade the first 15 minutes. Yesterday I traded same setup, same concept as far as on Amazon yesterday. Amazon did go down to hit target, but the thing is, it took so long for Amazon to do what it needed to do, and I don't like to be in trades long. Um, you want to take an AVGO put? Just wait for this 5 minutes to end. AVGO was an inside bar. It broke to the downside. so I could hit target. See that?
Mm, what did?
AVGO, but it broke the day to the downside. So let's see right here. So I'm looking at a possible short on AVGO. AVGO broke to the downside. I don't know. I feel like everything can bounce back up. Mm, 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 mm. Does anybody know if could you see if I think
I thought
yeah,
he spoke this morning.
yeah, he spoke at 8:40. He was scheduled to speak at 8:40. Yeah, AVG AMD popped up.
That was earlier. Computer's done. So this YouTube thing is done.
Everything is on.
I'm not 100%, but I'm listening. Sounds like it is.
Still not in any trades yet, guys. Still not in any trades yet. I was looking at a possible trade uh on AVGO to the downside. AMD had gave me an alert this morning. So AMD gave me an alert this morning. Dropped 50 cents. So it dropped significantly after. But I just didn't like it because hold on. That's showing that it has a top now. But it didn't have a top before. Oh, it created a top. Yeah. So it broke the 15. I told myself I'm gonna wait for the first 15. I saw that it broke the second 15, but when it opened up, there was no top on it. So if I had took this on the short, I would have to come out by right here, right? Else I would have been stuck in this trade right here because I saw no top on it. So now it came back up, created that wick on the top. If we continue down, then our target is going to be 113, right? But with everything, how everything is sitting right now, you just have to be patient.
He said he sold it for 105. More than I.
Oh, AVGO look like it's reversing back to the upside. So let's see. Again, patience. Patience. There's nothing to it. Patience right now. Just being patient. Cost was a short this morning. Um, when we looked at it, cost had broke, but now cost came right back up. So look at that.
Shit.
What's the cost called?
They have spreads.
Yeah, the spreads was crazy on cost,
That's why I don't play it.
but I like cost to the upside.
I mean, if you're willing to take a spread,
No, go out like 210. That's a good spread. Go 20.
that far?
Yeah, I think it can go to there. I want to take it. What do you think?
Go hard or
There's
go home.
no, 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 not that far out the money. You want to do that? Crazy. Um, angry. I'm thinking we could we could do that one. I'm gonna try a YOLO on cost. I want to wait on this.
I already got him.
Oh, you did? Oh shit, she already got in. We got some uh calls on cost. 1,000. What is it?
20.
1020 calls. I got some 1020 calls on cost. I like cost as far as to the upside. Um, Now I understand it's way out the money. So if we break right here, if we break $1,000, if we break $1,000, we're gonna move. We're gonna probably move up to at least to VWAP at first, which is 1,005. So we're gonna move up to VWAP, and then level right here. Where's my thing? So target levels 1,004, 1,013, and then at the top you're gonna have some friction here at 1,017. So 1,017, if it break 1,017, then we're gonna look at 1,023. I got some 1020 calls on costs. AVGO reversed on that level. That's why I said you have to be careful. Even though it broke, AVGO is also looking back good to the upside. Everything. Um,
I'm just gonna put in
what?
20.
No. If it does this, if it does this, then this shit is gonna push at least to up here. I mean,
I'll leave it. What's the next?
am I being bad with not thing? Am I being bad by not doing it? so so the thing is, I always tell my wife to make sure she's taking 10% first, right? She's like, yo, she wants to sell the contracts right here. I'm saying like I like how costs look to the upside. Um, oh man, I forgot about that. I'll have to do it afterwards. Remind me to message Ty. Remind me to message Ty. Can you do that for me, please? So everything is reversing back to the upside, guys. If you look at this, everything is reversing back to the upside. Um, AMD, AMD not yet. Cost broke. Okay, there we go. So cost just created an outside bar. So we're gonna see cost push to at least 104. Look for cost to push to at least 104. We might the market might push right here, guys. Adobe might push right here too. Adobe just been doing some bullshit, like some real BS.
It was higher than that.
It was.
Once it broke on a day, you kind of gotta just watch it on a smaller time.
Who? I like Adobe. Can we see what Adobe 405 calls are? You know, I'm in the longs already.
4 o'clock this week call. You want it?
All right, guys. I'm gonna jump into some
We're in it.
Adobe calls. 405 calls. We're also in costs one 1020 calls. Oh, cost is about to hit that 200 on the 15 minute. So let's look at cost. 202.
We're up higher.
Let's watch this 15 minute.
What the fuck? Why
What?
is spread like that? Somebody trying to sell a lot.
Oh, somebody's trying to sell off. No, they're not trying to sell. They're trying to buy.
Oh,
They're trying to catch a bid.
spread getting crazy.
Fuck. All right, so guys, if you're just joining me right now, I'm in I'm in costs, 1020 calls, and I'm in Adobe 405 calls. What was the high on thing? If you look at it, 8 minutes left in this 15-minute candle, guys. I'm looking for a push on both Adobe and costs. Adobe have at the 200 EMA on Adobe is at 1002, right? My first target, it was 1476 or 66.
173, which is 30% of the high.
So what is it now?
151 and 160.
Okay. So from the time I call it out, contracts are up 30% on costs. Looking for this push. Let's go. I'm looking for this push on cost right now. Looking for this push on cost, and I'm looking for a push on Adobe.
Do you want to
Adobe.
put in?
Adobe has been slow, and I'm not understanding. Like Adobe has been really slow to the party as far as moving. Um, Here we go. Here's a push.
Do you want me to put it in at least?
Yeah, you could put it in. Fine.
I see right here. I think it took it. Maybe. I'm not sure. Let me see. Yeah, I did. Okay.
All right, so we sold cost at 30%. Cost is already pushing up.
Now we're starting Adobe.
Yeah,
Adobe.
Adobe. So I like that cost came all the way up, but cost is hitting right at the 200 on the 15 minutes, so we could have a rejection right there. So I took 30% on cost. Now I still think cost could go to 205. Let me see on the 1 hour. What the 1 hour? No, not 205. Sorry, 1005. Um, Same thing right here on the 1 hour. If you notice, same thing right here on the 1 hour. The 200 EMA is right at 103. So we could have a rejection right there and come back in. Cost already moved almost $20 for the day. Okay, cost already moved almost $20 for the day. So just be careful when you trade in this. We take out profit at 30% on cost. Man, Adobe is just doing Adobe's doing dumb shit, man. So if you notice, they have that rejection right on cost right there. So that's why I said you have to pay attention to the lower time frames as well. You have that rejection right there. It didn't touch the 200 exactly. It went to a high of 202.14. But that's what I'm talking about. You have to make sure that you're paying attention to all time frames. And from all time frames, you could make your decision on that. So right there was a decent that was a decent trade for us this morning so far. So one of those trades already closed out. So we was in costs, 10-20 calls. I'm still bullish on cost because overall it created a outside bar for the day. So with that, I'm still bullish on cost. The thing is, it already moved $20 for the day, so its ATR for the day is $23. So it have three more dollars that it could move. Now it could move a lot more than that. It could move a lot more than that. But given that it already moved $20, you have it right there. Once it broke to the upside as well, you have the next cycle level is going to be 105, right? But 102, 103 is going to be an area where you have 103, you're going to have the area where there's a 200 EMA that's sitting on the 1 hour candle, and a 200 EMA sitting on a 15 minute, and they're sitting at the same area, right? So you're going to probably have some rejection. That's why you see that pullback, and it could continue to pull back, or once it break there, if it break there and close above there, then we could see it push more, right? But for right now, I took profit, right? I took profit. So profit, I took 30% profit on that. And now we're still in Adobe, right? We're still in Adobe 405 calls on Adobe. So that's the trade that we're in right now. Adobe, I like Adobe to the upside. I already have swings in Adobe. So I have some swings for the 30th, some calls, but I like Adobe for today as well. Cost was good right here. See this candle? We saw it, but regardless, we still got profit. But cost was good right there.
That's from the alert I put
No,
inside. Oh, so that's
your
what
your alert was to the downside.
and up.
Yeah, and up. But we got in before it broke the upside. Because when I saw this, I'm like, okay, I like it. So let's go into it. One second left in this 15-minute candle. See on the 30-minute for Adobe. Yeah, Adobe's playing around, man. Adobe is hitting on VWAP for all time frames. Look at this for the 4 hour. I haven't been looking at that, but um,
To my 4 hours.
yeah,
I used to play a lot of 4 hours back.
yeah. But it shows you. Remember, we used to do that because it shows you quicker on the 4 hour than it did on the day.
I used to
So
put the 4 hour going into the day.
Yeah. So the 4 hour, once it break the 4 hour, you're looking for it to break the day. So look at Adobe. So 15-minute crack, right? Um, and you have it right at VWAP for 15 minutes, right? I'm not talking to myself, guys. You only can see me, but my wife is right here with me, and my wife trades with me. Okay, so my wife does everything with me. Part of it is trading, and she's a person behind a lot of things, right? But with this, she's beside me. She's not behind me. You just can't see her. Maybe we should get a screen where they can see both of us. But right now, um we're in Adobe calls, so we're going over as far as the charts, because sometimes it's good. Trading by yourself could be difficult, right? So when you have somebody that you could trade with, that even makes it better. And when they know certain things as well, they can give you confirmation and be like, all right, they can ask you certain things. Why you go in this trade? Why you keep this trade? All right, we can see certain things or say certain things. So with this, um, with Adobe calls, I got into Adobe calls, right? We have the Doji um, at 10 o'clock, kind of like a doji, right? And then afterwards, we broke the doji. The next level is 405, okay, on Adobe.
Mhm.
But we have a reversal on the 15-minute, but I don't like it because of the simple fact I've been getting out my trades because I see reversal, but I'm not getting out of this one because it's right above VWAP on the 15-minute. All right. So when you go to the 30-minute, you still have the same thing. We're above VWAP on the 30-minute as well. All right. So we're testing VWAP on the 30-minute for Adobe. On the 1 hour, same exact thing. We're testing VWAP on the 1 hour as well for Adobe. All right. On the 4 hour, we already broke to the upside for the 4 hour, right? With this channel, the top of the channel for the 4 hour is 409 for the top of that channel. On the day, we already broke the day. Adobe ATR is $9. Now, Adobe has been moving weird for the last couple of days, moving like $4 or $5 a day, which doesn't make any sense. Um, but it's just been slowly creeping up, which can damage your contracts, right? So I'm looking for, I already have swings in for the 30th. And I'm probably gonna close those out probably tomorrow or probably by the end of the day. I might close those out and get the following week contract. I got it for May 30th, but we have earnings on June 12th. So because we have earnings on June 12th, my target for Adobe is, let me just give you an idea what my target is for Adobe. First target is going to be right at 405, but on the higher time frame, Adobe reversed on the monthly. Okay. So with Adobe reversing on the monthly, the VWAP is right at 405. Okay. So I know that we're gonna test 405 at some point in the month. We have to. I don't care what. I'm gonna just go out there and say we have to test 405 for the month. Right. So we're gonna test 405 for the month. Now, what the next level is are what the target should be because it's a reversal on the monthly. The target should be at that point, right up at the top, which I always put the body. So the body is right at 440 and 69 cents, followed by the top of the candle, which is going to be 454.27. Now, that doesn't have to happen this month. it can happen a month from now, 2 months from now, but we know that it reversed on the monthly. So if somebody wants to buy shares and hold it, great. You could buy shares, hold it, and that's cool. When you trade in options, it's a little bit different. The time makes a difference. How long you have that contract. So if you want to be on the safe side, if you buy 6 months out, then you're cool. You could buy like a month out on your contract, but you have to remember you have to get rid of them at some point, because the closer you get to that time, the contract is going to decrease in value unless you're going in that direction. So, say for instance, what's the contract right now on Adobe?
This is Adobe Beyond.
No, not the swings that I have. I'm just
Oh,
gonna
oh,
give them
oh.
an example of the swings that I have.
Okay.
So I bought Adobe 420 calls.
Yeah, you did.
I bought
From
Adobe
230.
420 calls. What's the cost for them right now?
Hold on.
Now, bear in mind, when I bought these calls, I bought them at 385.
About what at three? Oh, down there.
I bought it at 385. Adobe's up 15 bucks. $16, right?
Two.
And it's at now my average cost. Imagine this. I bought these contracts when they were at 385. I bought them, I have them, I bought like a month out. So I have them for probably going on this week is gonna make almost the 2 weeks, right? Because I bought them last week. So with that, I bought them. The average cost on the contract was 135. Those contracts right now are at 207
And 222.
ask and 222 bid. No,
No,
sorry.
two.
Bid is 202, and then the ask is 222,
It is 207.
right? 207,
It was.
205. So it's changing, right? So the thing is, but it's up 20, it's up 16 bucks. So some people might say, yo, I'm not making money from this. How I'm not making money from this? Well, number one, I'm out the money, so I know it's not gonna increase drastically right off the bat. But I'm expecting something to happen as well. But with this, it's like you're up so much, but the contract is not up as much, right? So you have to pay attention to that. You have to say, all right, let me go ahead, take profit at some point, and then I can take that profit and put my contracts another week out or another 2 weeks out. So that's why I say by the end of this week, I'm closing those out, because any type of pullback is gonna make my contracts go down, right? Any type of pullback will make your contracts go down. So with this, you have to pay attention to that. Now, do I think Adobe is gonna hit 420? I think Adobe is gonna probably hit 420 or probably the 450 by earnings. Okay, so if it doesn't hit it before earnings, it probably hit it on earnings by gapping up. Okay, right now we're moving in a good direction. 15 minute, I think just it didn't reverse, but we're pushing back to the upside. So, like I said, today's target on Adobe is 405, right? So I'm gonna evaluate those contracts, and those contracts that I have, I might sell some of them, take profit on some of those, and then keep some just as runners to go up because I have it at a low cost. But what I will do is I'll extend now my contracts out another week or another 2 weeks and hold those contracts are going to be more money though. Okay, so the more time you buy on it at the same cost or the same strike price, the more it's going to cost. So those are stuff you have to bear in mind. But we're bullish. As far I'm bullish on Adobe, I've been bullish on Adobe. It's just that Adobe is just not moving the way it should, and I know Adobe should be moving minimum like $10 a day, but the volatility hasn't been in it as much. Now we're at a level at a psych level, which is $400, right? So it kept hitting 400 for the last couple days. So for the last 2 days, we hit 400 and we didn't break above 400. Today we break above 400, right? So the next level, like I said, is 405. 404.54, 405. What's their cost? So we have 3 minutes left on this 15-minute candle. If we break this 15-minute candle, or if we break high, right, which I'm looking for it to break high, then we should push. We should push. Still above VWAP on all time levels. All time levels above VWAP. I was looking for it to push today because of the I was looking for it to push today because of Powell speaking, but I don't see nothing yet. What is that?
I was thinking about getting this for the party.
Will you get it in time? Hmm? Let me know what you guys are looking at as far as for trades. Let me know what you guys are looking at as far as for trades right now. We took two trades for the day. Actually, I'm still in one, so I'm still in Adobe 405 calls. I took also 10-20 calls on cost. We closed those at a 30%. All right. So those are the two trades that we took for the day so far. Now, if costs, we have 1 minute, we have 1 minute and 20 seconds left in this candle right here, as far as a 15 minute. With cost being an inside bar, not even an inside bar, it broke the day low, but like I mentioned to you guys before, it had a gap. So it had gap up on that first 15-minute candle. So how it is right now, it's right at day high. If it closes right in this area right here, new 15-minute candle come in, break the high. We're gonna test that level at 103, 1003, but it have to break above there because again, we have that 200 on the 1 hour and the 200 on the 15-minute. So those can act as resistance levels when it comes to trading. So you have to pay attention to those 200 MA candles or EMA not candles but EMA lines. Everybody use different stuff.
Oh, that's mine.
Puts,
Bank of America.
Bank of America puts. Yeah, but it dropped $1 already.
Because it ran up. Ran up.
Yeah, it dropped $1 already. Like it already hit the ATR for the day. Now coming down, could look for something coming down on
That's
it.
what I was going for. Puts.
Yeah, I know, but you have to swing this.
Oh, well, it's okay. We already did our trades for the day.
Yeah,
Let's
we
just
already.
focus on what we got.
See, and this is where I said you could have got caught, right? With that break. Because the first 15-minute broke. Come down and then been dropping. But you have the 200 right here. Right? So you have the 200 right there that it could bounce off of. Um, so guys, if you're just tuning in, the only thing I'm in right now is I'm in Adobe calls, Adobe 405 calls. me see. What's your thoughts on this? I mean,
She's falling.
yeah,
That it was a put.
yeah,
2-2 reversal to the downside.
yeah.
Let's see the weekly. It hit something and rejected.
Yeah, what is
If you
that?
look left. What is your dad making? Fish?
Yeah.
Oh, thank God. I thought he was making fried dumpling. I was like, nah, man, you can't do me that. What platform do you use to trade on?
I use TradingView.
To trade on.
Oh, what platform I use to trade on? I use E Trade. E Trade or Think and Swim. So I have both platforms. Now, what I use, because sometimes with E Trade, what you will see is your trades. Um, with your trades, you won't see the update as far as what your percentage is in it right off the bat. So what you could do is a lot of times I open up. Well, I'm on that right now, but sometimes I'll open up Robinhood to see the contracts quicker because with Robinhood I could see the contracts quicker, but I don't trade in Robinhood. This is coming down. Hold on. Where's Ethereum?
I don't know. I didn't look at Ethereum today.
Um, damn it, where is it? Fuck. This is gonna ask me to log in. Could you pull up? Let me just do this.
No, let's say, can't you do it on here?
Yeah, because if crypto is pulling back, I'm gonna need you to log into your account. Log into that account.
This one here?
No.
Oh, oh, oh. Just a regular.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm sharing the screen, so I don't want to pull it
Right,
up.
of course.
I don't want to pull it up on this. All right, so guys, the only thing, like I said, the only thing I'm in right now is Adobe calls, right? Adobe 405 calls. I'm still loving Adobe as far as how it looks. I'm bullish on Adobe. Um, on a 15-minute,
So what am I doing here?
yeah. Just swap it.
Which cell? Click next, right?
Yeah,
US. Okay. Now?
yeah,
Should have did it earlier when it was higher.
yeah. I know, but it's okay.
What is, did it do it?
It should.
How do I know it did it? Just so I know. Okay.
That's a lot less.
Yeah, but that's what it showed because Ethereum dropped.
Yeah, that's a lot less.
Yeah,
That's like
look when Ethereum was up.
that's like $40 less just now. That's
Oh,
like
it's
that's literally like $40 less.
hold on. Just stop by to support. I was in your RE masterclass, because yes. Oh,
Oh,
thanks.
I appreciate you, man. I appreciate you guys, Geraldine. I appreciate you guys. I still do real estate. Those are I always tell people so um these are the two best assets that you could use, right? You have businesses as well, but these are the two best assets you could use. The money that you make from stocks, you could put it back in real estate and use it as a tax deductible or a tax a safety thing, right? So in a sense, you use the money from real estate, which is capital gains. You put it over in real estate.
Me use money
No,
in
you
stocks.
use the money. Sorry, you see, you use the money in stocks that you made as far as capital gains. You put it over in real estate, right, to buy more assets. That asset you could use as write offs, right? So it kind of helps you mitigate your taxes and at the same time building wealth over time with it. So it's the best of both worlds. One is physical, one you can't see, right? Real estate is physical, one is basically you're just trading and going that route. But I always use stock. You could use the stock market to go ahead and invest in real estate. Just use your profits from that, which is what I do, right? And just keep turning your money. Just keep turning your money that way. A lot of people sometimes you the mental part about it is a lot of times I'll think, man, just an example, right? So an example of it is so Adobe's moving up, guys. So you should be in profit, by the way. So Adobe's moving up. Adobe just cracked a high. You guys should be good as far as in profit. Now, say for instance, when you have real estate or when you're purchasing an investment property, you have to put 20% down, right? That's just how it is. You have to put 20% down. Now, if you're thinking about it, $100,000 house, which we barely can find $100,000 house anymore. Those $100,000 house, you need 20 grand to put down. Now you're gonna make a certain amount as far as return on that money. Okay, so you could make even let's say for instance you're cash flowing $400 a month. Well, over the year, right? 400 times 12, that's 4,800. So the 20 grand that you put down, put it to close to 5 grand. That's 20% on your money. Yeah, my math is right. That's 20% on your money, right? Or no, 25% on your money, right? So that's 25% on your money right there that you made on that, right? The same thing is if you put it in the stock market, not saying, all right, you're gonna risk all 20 grand. You have to be very careful when you have 20 grand and play and using the stock market. Okay. With options is very, very risky, meaning that you can lose all 20 grand in options versus real estate give you that safety. It's something that you could look at, something that you could see, right? And something that's giving you a return, but also it can cost you as well with expenses, all that stuff if a renter is not paying. So it have its downfalls as well. Okay? But what you're getting is you're getting tax benefits, you're getting a return on your investment, and you're getting appreciation on it as well. Now, when you're talking about stocks, you could use that same 20 grand. You don't have to risk 20 grand. But if you think about it, if you use even $1,000 out of that for the entire month, you just trading with $1,000 and you're getting 10% on that a day. That 10% is $100 a day. So over a month time, even if you have a couple bad days, right? Let's say for instance you have a couple bad days, but over a month time you should be able to get more on your return for that.
Just so
But
you know, I sold some of your Adobe, but I still got.
you sold some of the Adobe already?
I'm just letting you know that
Okay, so she scaled out of some of the Adobe.
there's still some there.
Okay, okay. So we're in profit. So that's why she's scaling out. And that's the thing that's a concept I use when I trade. Okay? The concept I use when I trade is when we scale out, automatically, once we see 10% profit, I'm taking some off the table. Because in real estate, I look at it the same way, as far as if I have this money in real estate, well, I'm getting certain amount of return back. So if I use that 10% concept every time I trade, then I'm taking 10% out of the market, right? And I'll scale out, and as it go up, I'm getting more money. So those are the two loves that I do. So some people don't know I do real estate. Some people just know that I do trading, or some people just know me as a coach. But those are my two loves: real estate and stocks, right? I'm in, well, the trading world, right? Because
Not just that. You got multiple. You got
uh,
crypto.
um
You got
I forgot.
options.
I
You got
got
regular.
I got a couple of stuff, but I trade options during the day. If you guys
In the
notice,
morning till
in
11 o'clock.
in the morning, yeah, I cut off. I have a hard stop at 11 o'clock. But then I go to my crypto world, which is right here. This is my project, Big Back Bitcoin. And with Big Back Bitcoin, we're tending to revolutionize how cryptocurrency is being looked at. So we want cryptocurrency to be a fun thing, but also a way for you to make money. And with the meme coins getting a hit the way they do, what we do is we come in with a concept where I'm tired of getting scammed. And I know what that felt like, and I know what it feel like because I've been in crypto for a long time. So because of that, what I've been doing, what me and my partner do is we make sure that all the things that we would look for to invest in crypto, we do that same exact thing. And one of the concepts we come up with is think with the end in mind. So if we want to be on Coinbase, which is the ultimate goal, one of our first thing that we do, or everything that we do, is based off of Coinbase. So meaning that we're doing everything that Coinbase would require for for a coin to be on there. We're doing all of that stuff. Plus, we're based out of US, so I'm not trying to mess with the
Where are
government.
you taking this? Just so I know.
405.
Oh, okay.
So we should be up. How much are we up by?
I mean, we're still in the same range roughly,
Okay.
but there's a spread. You have to remember that.
Okay. Yeah, the spread. So the spread on Adobe is what sometimes will get people. Okay. So you have to make sure that with Adobe, I'll say make sure you're putting in your take profit. So or put it at the ask, put your thing at the ask, because if you try to sell it at market, a lot of times it will sell for a lot less.
Yeah, I didn't even tell him about the boot camp.
So with the boot camp, I'll be having a boot camp soon, as far as for options. So with the boot camp, I'll use the boot camp, and then I'm not sure if I want to tie the real estate in, as far as showing people how to leverage the money that they're making with options into real estate. I'm not sure if I want to tie them together, because I have my own stuff going on with real estate. So those are the two things that I love and I'll forever do. That's just it.
That's it.
That's it. So with that, we're in profit right now with
I like
Adobe.
that.
Adobe pulled back a little bit. Adobe has been doing some slow stuff, right? But it's okay.
Slow and steady wins the race.
Slow and steady renewal. I like that. I like that. I
Slow
like
and
that.
steady wins the race.
Slow and steady win the race.
Well, you
Um,
gotta remember it's a new 15, so it might be a pullback, and there's no bottom at that candle.
yeah. So the
So
pullback is gonna happen. Well, it gapped down though.
yeah,
That 15 gap down. On the 30-minute, we came down here. So we're using VWAP as support on the 30-minute. The 1 hour, like I said, 1 hour
holding.
look good. The 1 hour look good to the upside. Um, 1 hour look good to the upside. 4 hour already look good. I just don't like the fact that it's not moving that much on a daily. Like I'm surprised it's only moving that amount. But when I stop move like this, where it just is creeping, what you'll find, they always say it's either the chicken or the egg, right? You always find that one morning you'll wake up and then all of a sudden the stock is up 20, $30. And then you'll be like, man, and that's the time when you're not in it. That's the time when you close your contract out. So that's why I said, listen, you have, if you know you're bullish on something, then take it for a couple months out, right? Take it a couple months out. Crypto is dropping right now. So crypto is pulling back. What's this?
Mm, hopefully it picks up in England.
Well, it's outside.
I know, but I'm just hoping it uses that and bounce off.
Well, this has been resistance.
We got to work on our TikTok so they can see the screen. Listen, guys, I have been trying. I don't know what it is about TikTok, but it just won't let us show our screen right now.
Yeah, TikTok has been a
For the
headache.
last 2 days, three
No,
days,
all week. All week I've been
hasn't it?
trying. Yeah, all week I've been trying to share my screen on TikTok, going live on TikTok as far as not from my phone, but going live from the computer so I could share my screen.
Because it's
And
so much better when you can share your screen.
yeah, but because then you could see exactly what
So
I'm
only
talking
the
about, the
people
levels.
in obviously the Discord and obviously on YouTube can see.
Yeah.
So at official George Trades, just so you guys know on YT, at official George Trades, if you want to see the screen.
Yeah, if you want to see the screen, then you could go on YT at official George Trades. All right, so we're at a support level
Adobe.
on Adobe. So if you look at the 15-minute, we had one, two, three, four candles that close below this level. So right at 401.65. And then now this candle come and close above it. And now this current candle is sitting on that line right there. Now we can come back down and test VWAP because it seems like every 15-minute candle that comes in, it wants to test VWAP and bounce off of VWAP. Um, so we're paying attention to that. The 30-minute bounce off of VWAP. On this 1 hour, we have 10 minutes left on this 1 hour candle. All right, guys. So if you're just joining me right now, um, I'm in Adobe calls. I already trimmed some of my contracts on Adobe calls. So I already trimmed some of my contracts on Adobe calls. Seeing spies, even spies being choppy right now. Look at this. For the day, spies chopping.
And screwed.
Spies keeping above VWAP as well. This spy gap down. Yeah, spy gap down. Spy broke day. Low. Um, But SPY broke to the upside on a 15-minute candle.
Which is good. So hopefully
So
Adobe will revert soon go
yeah,
back up.
so with this,
That's a nice little call. Quick call.
yeah, quick scalp. Unfortunately, we're not taking no more trades for the day.
No, sir.
So that's the next thing too, guys. My cutoff as far as trading is at 11 o'clock. I have a hard stop at 11 o'clock, but also I don't over trade. Just learning from the past, over trading, you could do revenge trading, you could do all kind of stuff. Where if you're trading, I'll say 2 to 3 trades, you should trade max. Um, if you trade and you lost on the first two, then take a step back and then evaluate before you make the third trade, right? If you make the third trade and you lost on it, close the computer, shut it down, walk away. Close the computer, shut it down, walk away. Don't try to make a fourth trade. Don't try to make a fifth trade. You're just gonna keep on losing money. And when you go in that fourth trade, you're gonna revenge trade and try to make all your money back. So in a sense, you might go in that trade heavier because you said, all right, you lost. So with this one, you want to make up the money, and then you end up losing on that one. And now you're down more than you even want to. So I always say don't over trade. Make sure that you take maximum 3 trades for the day, and then that's it. Now, if you could automate your trade, because right now we have something that's automated, um that we're working on as far as uh I don't even want to talk about that part. But you could get bots that can automate trades for you. But that's not on option side. That's more on like forex side or more on crypto side, where you could get bots and those bots can make trades for you, and then you're not having emotions involved when you come into your trades. So those are some things that you could look at. Anything that you trade with, just know that, or just be open to the fact that you could lose it. Okay. So, in a sense, I always tell people when they're trading, trade with what you can lose. Trade with the amount that you say, listen, you know what, if I lose it, all right, I'll lose it. But don't come in saying, all right, I'm gonna trade, I'm gonna flip this money. And then when you lose the money, then you're out of luck. Right? Always trade with the intention that you can lose it. Uh
Was it in the car?
Probably.
Was it?
I'm not sure if it's in the car or not.
I'll be right back to watch.
Anybody in here?
Oh, I don't know. Click on it. I don't know.
Where's yours?
I took it off so I could play my music.
Oh, you took it off.
Yeah. I'll be right back.
What's up, guys? Let me know if y'all looking at anything as far as for trades. Um, like I said, SPY reverse on the 15 minute to the upside. So SPY reverse on the 15 minute to the upside, but SPY has been choppy all morning. A lot of these stocks have been choppy all morning. Crypto is falling though. Crypto is taking a hit. Um, Crypto is taking a hit. There's SPY go. First target, SPYs need to go up and test 580 71. So 580 71. Is that 71? No, 580 70. 586.70. Because it reversed on the 15 minutes, so we're looking at 586.70 because that's previous candle high. That's going to be the target for that one. But I think if we can break over this 50, if we could break over this 50% line right at, what level is that? 587.26. If we could break over that line, then SPY can be bullish. But right now it's just been chopping. 7 cents away from the target. It hit almost hit the target, 7 cents away from that target as far as for the 15 minute. Got 3 minutes left in this candle. Will it most likely hit? Probably. I'm not sure. We'll see. We'll see. I noticed too that we didn't get any did we get any alerts on Google?
This morning was a call. Oh,
No, it kept dropping.
oh. But that was early. That was before the market opened.
It kept dropping on thing. Did it hit the 50% line? Where's the 50? Right there. Now I got a Google alert this morning for calls, but Google was already up. Um and it gave me the alert uh before market open. So a lot of times when it give me alert before market open, I won't take that. But if it give me an alert while the market is open, mm, taking that 100% of the times now,
What?
a
Oh,
Google alert.
yeah, I'm not playing about that. You got to take that.
Yeah, Google alert. Anytime if you're on my live and you see Google alert pop up and I don't take it is because all right, so this is what happened the last what, 2 days?
Yeah, but you gotta wait.
Last 2 days. The last 2
You
days.
be going too early.
Last 2 days I've taken trades, right, because of breakouts, and I sat in those trades even though they hit target, right? But I sat in those trades for a little bit versus when my Google alert goes off and they went off 2 days in a row, them Google alerts was paying a lot. And then yesterday I watched Google ran all the way up. I called Google, but I'm already in trades. And this is where I said you have to be disciplined because um with that I was already 2 trades in.
Yeah, or
I
three.
was I
Or
was
three.
already 2 or 3 trades in. So if I'm already that much trades in, I'm not gonna trade. I don't care what it is. I won't place another trade. And you have to be disciplined enough. Now, if my wife ain't here, sometimes the
Yeah, he
that
just be
that thing
doing
will
too much.
sometimes that thing will tap you on the shoulder, but you have to be saying you have to say to yourself, listen, no, stick to your trading plan. You don't want to overtrade, right? So just don't overtrade.
Okay, I'm putting my music back on.
Man, like even with Meta, I have on Meta. Mm, mm. Look at Meta. Mm. Um, look at look at a reversal of Meta to the upside.
No, no, no,
But
no.
I'm not trading. Remember, I'm
Yeah,
not
well, what's the
trading.
point of looking?
I'm not
I'm not gonna
trading.
entice you.
Damn it, man. But that is it for me as far as trading for the day, guys. I'm already 2 trades in. I'm still in my Adobe calls.
Partially.
Yeah, partially because we trimmed out um some of our contracts already. So we took profit on Adobe already, right? But we still have some left. We also took a cost call. So on cost we took cost hit 405. Look at that.
It did. It went all the way.
Look at that.
Yeah.
So cost hit the level, cost hit
It's up.
405, right? So cost hit my level. That's my white line right there. I took costs. Um, I took profit right at 402, right at the high right here, right? So I took
The 200.
30% at the 200. So I took 30%. Now, the contracts on costs might be the same right now. It might be the same exact thing because of that chop. Now, I was out of the money on those contracts. So I was at 20 10 20 calls. So those contracts was out the money, right? Um so just pay attention to costs. I like cost to the upside. Um, cost looks good on the daily to the upside as well. So, guys, I will be coming out with a boot camp soon. So stay tuned for the boot camp.
Interested to
If
see.
you're interested, DM me and I'll put you on my list. So once I select the date for the boot camp, it's only gonna be a limited amount of people as far as for the boot camp as well. So I'll teach you basically how to trade, okay? And with what I'm doing is to get away from the rat race. Just simple profits. I'm not teaching you how to get rich or anything like that. It's just simple profits. What can 10% do for you, right? What can 20% do for you? Think about it like that. Being disciplined enough to take trades and walk away when it's time to walk away, right? But all the levels that I called out for today hit. The next level on cost is going to be 10 13. Uh, so we're already at that. Um, for Adobe, my first level on Adobe, my target for Adobe is 405. We're going to have some type of, let me put this line. We may have some type of rejection off of 403.50. We may have some type of rejection at 403.50. But 405 is the next psych level, guys. Um, with that,
That's it.
I'm done for the day. Adobe just reversed again on the 15th. So make sure if you haven't taken Adobe, not financial advice, by the way. Shit, I forgot to say that. Not not financial advice. But if you do want to take it, I'm already in Adobe calls. So with that said, Adobe just reversed on the 15-minute going up. Cost is pushing as well. Y'all have a beautiful rest of your day. I'll be back tomorrow at 9:30. All right, guys. Peace out.